Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday, February 9th, and we have one meeting to tell you about, which will be this morning, and it is the GRF Maintenance and Construction Committee meeting, and that will be virtual, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have Dr. Samir Kanan, who is here on behalf of Providence Mission Hospital, and we're going to talk about lung cancer and some new screenings that are available. And we talked to Barb Torino and a newcomer, Alexandra Bank, who are here on behalf of the Theater Guild. All right, let's take a look at the weather. We are looking at very warm temperatures for the next couple of days. In fact, we have a heat warning today and tomorrow. We are looking at 85-60 today, the same tomorrow, about 86-62. Friday, 80-55, Saturday, 81-54, and Sunday for the big game, 83-57. So we are looking at very warm temperatures this week. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:41, and our sunset will be at 5:30. And thank you, Joel Goldstein, for sending in this beautiful hummingbird photo. We appreciate that. And if you have a photo that you would like to share with our community, please email them to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have Providence Mission Hospital, so stick around.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
What sets MaidPro apart from other cleaning companies? Well, for starters, we're pros. So we're pro scrubbing, dusting, shining. We're pro kid and pet friendly. We're pro doing things your way, like not touching your messy desk. We're pro neat freak. We're pro affordable and pro Monday afternoons because that time was just right for you. In short, MaidPro is pro you. MaidPro, because your standards aren't standard.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Samir Kanan here, who is here on behalf of Providence Mission Hospital. Well, welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in. And you are new to us. We haven't met you before, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, great. No, I've been here since 2016 at Mission Hospital, and very excited. I'm currently the Director of Lung Cancer at the new Leonard Cancer Institute of Mission Hospital. I'm also the Chair of the Cancer Committee at Mission Hospital, and also the co-chair of the Robotics Surgery Committee at Mission Hospital.
Oh, wow. Well, there's an awful lot going on in there. I know the Leonard Cancer Institute has been there for a few years now. How is everything coming along?
I think it's going wonderfully. I think it's a wonderful collaboration of the donors, the community, the hospital. We have a great team there, and it's really been a wonderful experience for our patients for cancer care in Mission.
Now, for various issues with cancer? Is it separated into separate levels, like lung cancer's on one level, or is it cancer on one level and then different things down below?
So in the Cancer Institute, they take care of all cancers.
Okay.
So they have diagnostic areas for imaging like CAT scans, MRIs. They also have consultations with the medical oncologists as well as with the radiation oncologists. They also have radiation therapy in the basement where they have the state-of-the-art equipment to deliver radiation therapy. So then of course they have the physical therapy, nutrition, our nurse navigators, lung cancer, head and neck, breast, GI, all the different lung navigators. We have research, genetics, kind of a full complement of the cancer care. It's all kind of housed in that Cancer Institute, which is wonderful.
Great, that's awesome. And I know that's just right across the street from Mission Hospital
Yes.
there in Mission Viejo. So we're here to talk about lung cancer today, and I know that there's a lot of surprising facts about lung cancer. And I think there's things we
Yes.
just don't know about it.
Yeah, no, I think that unfortunately it is the second most common cancer, but what people don't realize is the #1 cancer killer for both men and women. And if you actually take the number of people who die from colon, breast, prostate, and pancreatic cancer combined, that still doesn't equal the number of people who die yearly from lung cancer. So it's far and beyond the #1 killer.
Yeah.
Most people assume and understand that 80 to 90% of people who get lung cancer are smokers or former smokers. So it is preventable as much as we can do to educate, to prevent people from even starting, and then of course helping those that need help getting to quit. We
Right.
of course have all those resources.
Right, good. You know, let's talk a little bit about those people. I mean, like you said, most people who get lung cancer primarily have smoked or are smokers.
Yes.
Now, is there a period of time, like I know my parents smoked for like 30 years, but what if you only smoked like 10 years? Do you still have that same issue?
So it is related to the number of, we call it pack years. So if you smoke a pack a day for 10 years, that would be 10 pack years.
Okay.
So the more pack years, the higher your chance of developing cancer. Of course, there's a group of patients, 10 to 15%, who are genetic, so they never smoked. They might have just environmental exposures.
Right.
And then the average, it can be up to 20 to 25 years. We call it the latency period. So even though the smoking quit, the damage takes time for the cells to transform and then, of course, convert. So it can be years after you quit.
Okay. Now, among that one percentage, you said 10 to 15%, are those folks who have secondhand smoke possibly?
Yes, secondhand smoke is a risk factor. It's not as strong as primary smoking, but yes, secondhand smoke is a known risk factor.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about how it's diagnosed because, oftentimes you don't generally know, like you said, until years
Sure.
later.
Well, there's really two groups of patients. One is the group that presents with symptoms.
Okay.
And unfortunately, when you have symptoms, you tend to be more advanced cancer. So those are people who are having coughing up blood or having hoarseness or severe chest or shortness of breath, chest pain. So we like to catch people when they're asymptomatic and hopefully catch them then when they're early stage so that we can intervene and cure them. And that's where screening comes in, and there's some new exciting things, I think, for lung cancer screening that we want to share with everyone because it is new.
Okay, well, excellent. Well, let's talk about, first of all, the low radiation dose CT.
Of course. Well, there was a large trial, and back in 2014-15, the New England Journal of Medicine published this trial, and they found finally that if you do a low-dose CAT scan, that it saves lives, lung cancer screening, and a 20% reduction in the overall mortality, which is very significant. And so the low dose means the amount of radiation is not much more than an X-ray because it's low dose. And of course, the technology in terms of the way they do the scans, of the body, of the lung. And the idea is that you do a low dose scan and then you can do it yearly to make sure that there isn't any abnormality. And that saves lives. And we've invested not just with the technology for the low dose CT scan, but with our lung cancer navigator and our nurses and our team to educate people. So we have all of those capabilities. And furthermore, once patients do have those nodules or those detected cancers, then we have a conference, multidisciplinary, where we review and make recommendations to help those patients.
Okay, and I imagine that in the initial time that they've been checked in with a doctor, that they will have been asked whether you smoke or not.
Absolutely.
Right, and then at that point is when you would decide whether or not they are eligible?
Correct. So the study was approved, and Medicare, of course, approved, and then all the other insurances. Right now, they're looking at age 55 to 77.
Has that changed?
It has changed recently. It's now dropped down to age 50.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Uh-huh. And the pack year smoking used to be 30 pack years, and now that's dropped down to 20.
Oh, I see.
And the idea is they want to catch more patients earlier,
Right.
to try to catch all these cancers and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, that's really interesting that they would lower it to 50. Are they finding that they're able to catch it earlier now, or that more people are showing up with earlier stages?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Yeah, and the idea is that, and also instead of 30 pack year, they're trying to get 20 pack year. But we encourage all patients to talk to your doctor, because there are some subsets of patients who are not sure they qualify. Talk to your doctor. You'd be surprised. There are other elements that might be, occupational, if you worked in certain industries, if you have a family history. So you might actually qualify for those purposes as well. So we always encourage, talk to your doctor. The screening guidelines are changing, and we just want to catch patients early, because we know if we catch them early, we have a chance for cure.
Excellent, excellent. Now, off camera, we talked a little bit about you having robotic experience, and you're in charge of that. And so tell me a little bit about, that's one of the treatments that you can use for lung cancer, correct?
Absolutely, right. Typically, there's surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, and all three of those have really revolutionized in the last few years. But robotic surgery is a minimally invasive approach, and currently with lung cancer, if you can remove it surgically, it offers the best long-term cure.
Okay.
So we push for that, and patients can have small 8mm incisions, go home in 1 or 2 days, compared to the large incision in a week or two in the hospital. So it's really revolutionized how we care for them.
Right. Now, also, let's talk about video-assisted thoracoscopic surgery.
Yes. So robotic surgery is very similar to VATS, or video-assisted thoracoscopic surgery.
Okay.
Both minimally invasive.
Okay.
The advantage, the reason I moved from doing VATS to robotic is, and it takes time to train and do that, the robotic is 3-dimensional, and the instruments kind of have full articulation with your wrists, versus the VATS are more fixed and 2-dimensional. But both are minimally invasive, and both are preferred than the open approach, which can certainly have a lot of pain and recovery. And we, of course, offer those at Mission Hospital, and very excited, because I think it really does make a difference in the patient's recovery.
At what point would you decide to use one or the other?
Well, I think it depends on, of course, your surgeon. Myself, I started with open in my training. I moved to VATS early in my career, and now I do exclusively robotic surgery. Okay. I just find it to be superior, and but I encourage patients to connect and make sure you have a good connection with your surgeon. But I do feel that robotic surgery is kind of the future, and you'll see more and more of that for not just lung cancer, but for all the colon, prostate, uterus, all those surgeries we're doing robotically now.
Seems like all surgeries are heading in that direction for sure.
They are. It's very exciting.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for the information. We
Oh,
appreciate it.
wonderful. Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this.
Are you undergoing infusion therapy? You now have a choice. Infusion for Health is a specialty infusion center that expertly cares for patients with chronic conditions. Our brand new facility in Laguna Hills takes patient care to the next level. Relax in your private suite with refreshments and on-demand entertainment. We offer 7 convenient locations. We accept Medicare, PPO, and HMO. Call today to get started.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Barbara Torino here and Alexandra Bank on behalf of the Theater Guild. Well, welcome both of you. It's so nice to meet you and to see you again in person.
Nice to be back.
Yes, well, but we're all back in studio now, and you know, I know it's been a while since we've had you on, and we haven't ever had you on, so welcome. Give us a little background on yourself, Barbara.
Oh, wow. Well, I've been doing theater for about 40 years, and been enjoying community theater. During COVID, Theater Guild saved me because it was Zoom, so we did that. And just having fun, living my passion.
I love it. And Alexander, welcome to you to the Village. You've been here about 3.5 years. So brand new for you, and now you're brand new to the Theater Guild. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my background, actually, I started as a child, and I worked professionally in television and modeling as a child. Went on to get my degree in drama from UC Irvine, and then signed with an agent right away, hit Hollywood, did a bunch of TV. I worked until my early 30s, and then it gets more difficult for women. And so then I decided actually to start doing a lot of stage work.
Okay.
So I have been for years now doing the circuit of community theaters. And fortunately, Barbara Powell has given me this great opportunity to work with the Theater Guild. And it's proving to really be worthwhile. It is so much fun.
Oh, well, they do have a lot of fun. We've had them on many times, and they always have great stuff. And now that, you know, we pray COVID's over, or at least coming to an end, and we can certainly start up all of your great things. And obviously, we've got something to talk about. You have a meeting on the 17th. So tell me a little bit about that, Barbara.
So this is an I Am Me program. It's the third time that we've been lucky enough to do I Am Me for Theater Guild. The members are very supportive, and the audience just loves it. So I Am Me, in a nutshell, is an evening of stories. We ask people to volunteer to write a story, usually give them a theme. The theme this time was obviously love. So we ask them to think of a story where love has impacted them or changed their lives in some way. And it could be any kind of love.
Right.
You know, people, places, things, pets, funny little objects, whatever you want. And they write these beautiful, beautiful stories that are heartwarming and inspirational. And they read them to the audience. And it's been very well received. So we're really excited about doing it live again.
How many people will you have?
10.
Oh, 10. And then how long is each one? About 10 minutes?
About 3 minutes.
Oh, okay, so short.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
short but to the point.
Short but to the point.
I love it. That's great. And then you also have some other things that are happening at that meeting. You are going to be doing something there, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, for those of you who missed it, in November, at the November meeting, a wonderful actor named Mark Schwartz and I did a 2-act play called Two Across. It is a fabulous play written by a gentleman who wrote for All in the Family and MASH. He had a prolific career, and we fell in love with the show. And what it is it's called Two Across because it's about two people who randomly meet on a commuter train very early on a Saturday morning, and they're both doing the New York Times crossword puzzle. So the two across on the grid, but they also sit two across on the train. And after enough time, they realize, even though they are very good at sniping and snappy repartees, and they do get in a certain amount of arguments, that there is a spark, and there might just be a relationship blossoming. So at the end of Two Across, they decide to meet 6 days hence at a restaurant in San Clemente. And the sequel that we have written, which is only about 7 minutes long, starts at the restaurant 6 days later. So it's their first real date.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
And you'll be performing that at the meeting.
We will, on the 17th,
Okay.
yes.
So how will the meeting play out? You're going to first start with the I Am Me and then have this performance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then what else do you do at the meeting?
We make announcements, talk about all the things that are coming up.
Okay.
We want people to understand about the workshops that we're offering.
Yep.
And other what's going to come up for the next few months.
Okay. All right, great.
And
speaking-
hopefully we'll be back to talk about each one.
Of course, of course. And then you do have some workshops, each of you do.
Yes.
So let's talk about yours, Barbara.
So Theater Guild offers the Academy, which will be a few workshops. I believe we have 4. And the workshop that I'm doing is loosely based on my shameless plug, my book. So it's called Getting Your Act Together, and it's about using the skills of the actor in your everyday life.
Exactly.
And so that will be 4 Thursdays in March.
Okay. And then how do they find out more about that and sign up? Would
On
that
the
be through your
website?
website?
Yes,
Okay.
all on the website.
Okay. And then what workshops do you have?
I call my workshop the Actors Audition Toolkit, because I think that a lot of actors are very put off by auditions. They find it very frightening and overwhelming. And I break it down to rules. There are certain questions that an actor needs to ask himself about the character that he's auditioning for. And I find it highly successful if one actually goes about this as an exercise, almost like taking a golf lesson before you go out on the course. Yes. So rather than having to do a scene study and memorize, this is all cold reading scripts that I will be providing. I will pair up the students, and then we will go through the steps. And at the end, I would love to have them bring in a piece they want to read.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in case they have a part that they look forward to auditioning for.
Yeah, you're right. Cold reads are tough sometimes.
It's
you know?
very difficult.
Yeah, especially if you have to have some kind of an emotion,
Yes.
right? Like if you have to cry
Right,
or
do it
something like
now.
that. It's
Yes.
not easy.
Not easy.
It's not.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good. So you both have some great things coming up. Then you are doing auditions coming
We have
up for something you're
auditions
doing.
coming up. We're very excited about our interactive dinner theater murder mystery, which it's not exactly dated yet. We're not quite sure. It'll either be April or May. Auditions will be before the end of February or at the end of February, but they're coming up soon, and all this will be announced. And it's a 7-cast play, 5 women, 2 men, and it's a play within a play. So exactly, so it's a lot of fun for the actors. They can put on British accents, but they don't have to be good because these people are playing a game. It's like a live Clue game with life-size characters. Yes, and a little bit of a film noir genre to it.
Now you say it's interactive, so how does that happen?
The audience actually votes for who they think the killer is.
Oh, I see.
Yes, there is a murder.
I like that. Do they get a prize?
Wow, that's a great idea.
Well, maybe. You
We'll
never know,
talk about
right?
that.
All right. Well, perfect. Well, I appreciate you guys sharing all of this
Well,
great
thank you for
information.
having me.
And then for your auditions
Yes.
that you're going to have for that, make sure you get that on the message board so then everyone can see that's coming up.
Oh, yes, we'd like lots of people to come out and audition.
Excellent. Well, thank you both. It was nice to see you.
Thank you so
Lisa.
much for having us,
You're
Lisa.
welcome.
It's fun.
If you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can get all of that at theaterguildlw.com. We'll be right back.
There are many treasures within the walls of Laguna Woods Village. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is one of them. Nowhere in the nation has a community embraced a commitment to assist its own residents with temporary emergency support. Since 1997, the foundation makes that support available through donations by individuals, clubs, organizations, and bequests. Help the foundation to help the real treasures within the village, our friends and neighbors.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at our movies that we have for you this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Friday's movie is Black Panther, and that is a very action-oriented, fun film I think you'll enjoy. That is 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have the movie Ali, and that is starring Will Smith. And you can check that out on Saturday at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. And we'll remind you again on Friday and Saturday about those movies. Just a few announcements I wanted to go over with you. We do have a general meeting that is going to be televised right here on Village Television. It is a special corporate members virtual meeting, and we're going to have that here at 9:30 in the morning on Friday, and then we'll have replays on Tuesday and Thursday, the 22nd and the 24th. Now, if you are thinking about being on the grand jury, I just wanted to let you know that they have extended their application to February 24th. So that's just a couple weeks away. So if you are interested or want more information, the best thing to do is go to their website, which is ocgrandjury.org, or give them a call at 657-622-6747. And just as a reminder, Resident Services is still closed to walk-in traffic. So the best thing to do is email them at residentservices@vmsinc.org, or you could always call them at 949-597-4600. And as soon as that is back open to walk-in traffic, we will let you know right here on Village Television. Okay, well, Valentine's Day is next Monday. So if you would like to do something fun right here in the Village, it's going to be the Valentine's Day dinner dance. It is going to be in Clubhouse 5, and it's $44. Doors open at 5 p.m. and they're going to have dinner and a GRF no-host bar and entertainment by Close Harmony, and it is catered by Martinez. So if you would like to participate, please get in touch with Recreation at 949-597-4382 or recreation@vmsinc.org. Now, we're not the only ones that have movies. The PAC also have movies, which is put on by Recreation once a month, and that is happening on February 14th, March 21st, and April 18th. And doors open at 1:45. The movie begins at 2. And it is free, and you can bring your own popcorn if you'd like. And if you want more information, contact Recreation, recreation@vmsinc.org. And then one last thing is the Christian Women's Connection is having a Valentine's brunch. And they wanted to let you know that it's called Love is in the Air. It's Tuesday, February 15th in Clubhouse 1. And if you would like to participate, get in touch with Chris Ramirez, 949-246-1053. All right, as I mentioned, our weather is looking quite warm for the next few days. We do have a heat warning in effect for today and tomorrow. Even though it will be in the mid-80s, it is looking very warm. 85-60 today, 86-62, 80-55, 81-54, and 83-57. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge, and innovative technology await your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
It's never too late to improve your health with exercise. Challenge yourself to get moving in the morning. Hi, I'm Susan Tuttle. I'd like to encourage you to tune in to Channel 6 each weekday mornings at 7:55. 30 minutes of daily exercise will add years to your life. What are you waiting for? Come join me.